professional competencies. Commitment to learning and growth. Practices continuous personal and professional growth for improvement, including setting and communicating goals for learning and development. Reflects on successes, challenges, and mistakes. Describe a situation in which you dedicated yourself to becoming better. How did you solicit and respond to feedback? What learning tools did you employ? How do you think the lessons you learned will help you in your future career? Cultural awareness. Appreciates how historical, socio-cultural, political, and economic factors affect others' interactions, behaviors, and well-being. Values diversity, and demonstrates a desire to learn about different cultures, beliefs, and values. How have you actively sought to increase your cultural awareness? How does it play a role in your life? How has it informed your worldview, and how does it affect your motivations? What is the importance of cultural awareness in a healthcare setting? Cultural humility. Seeks out and engages diverse and divergent perspectives with a desire to understand and willingness to adjust one's mindset. Understands a situation or idea from alternative viewpoints. Reflects on one's values, beliefs. How have you examined your own biases in relation to others? How do you show that you are always actively seeking diverse perspectives to expand your knowledge? How do you show respect to the intersectional identities and lived experiences of others? Describe a time when you challenged your own assumptions. Empathy and compassion. Recognizes, understands, and acknowledges others' experiences, feelings, perspectives, and reactions to situations. Is sensitive to others' needs and feelings, and demonstrates a desire to help others. Describe a time when you showed empathy and compassion to someone in your life. What are some key components of empathy and compassion as you relate to others, especially in a healthcare setting? Ethical responsibility to self and others. Behaves with honesty and integrity. Considers multiple and/or conflicting principles and values to inform decisions. Adheres to ethical principles when carrying out professional obligations, resists pressure to engage in unethical behavior, and encourages others to behave honestly and ethically. Identify what ethical responsibility means to you and explain how you practice that responsibility in your life. Provide an example of a time when you were presented with an ethical or moral choice and explain how you approached your decision or course of action. Interpersonal skills. Demonstrates an awareness of how social and behavioral cues affect people's interactions and behaviors, adjusts behaviors appropriately in response to these cues, recognizes and manages one's emotions and understands how emotions impact others or a situation, and treats others with dignity, courtesy, and respect. Discuss a scenario in which your ability to interact with others has either 1. Helped resolve some sort of conflict, for example, tension in a group project. 2. Put someone at ease. For example, soothing a nervous patient through a procedure, difficult conversation. Or 3. Allowed you to build a meaningful relationship with someone you might not have otherwise. For example, creating a friendship with a boss/co-worker of different age or background, etc. Oral communication. Effectively conveys information to others using spoken words and sentences. Listens effectively, recognizes potential communication barriers and adjusts approach or clarifies information as needed. Effectively conveys information to others using spoken words and sentences. Actively listens to understand the meaning and intent behind what others say, and recognizes potential communication barriers and adjusts approach or clarifies information as needed. Reliability and dependability. Demonstrates accountability for performance and responsibilities to self and others. Prioritizes and fulfills obligations in a timely and satisfactory manner, and understands consequences of not fulfilling one's responsibilities to self and others. Offer an example of you taking on one or more responsibilities and describe how you remained consistent even in the face of possible challenges. Talk as well about why dependability is important to you and what role you think it plays in the health field. Resilience and adaptability. perseveres in challenging, stressful, or ambiguous environments or situations by adjusting behaviour or approach in response to new information, changing conditions, or unexpected obstacles, and recognises and seeks help and support when needed, recovers from and reflects on setbacks, and balances personal well-being with responsibilities. Offer an example of how you adjusted to or overcame a significant obstacle or issue. How did you approach the situation? What did you learn? Make sure to talk about your personal strengths as well as how you benefited and learned from others. Service orientation shows a commitment to something larger than oneself, demonstrates dedication to service, and a commitment to making meaningful contributions that meet the needs of communities. Describe a service volunteer experience that was meaningful to you. Focus on why it was important to your personal growth and perspective, what impact it had on your career aspirations and goals, and what lessons the experience taught you. Teamwork and collaboration. Collaborates with others to achieve shared goals and prioritizes shared goals. Adjusts role between team member and leader based on one's own and others' expertise and experience. Shares information with team members and encourages this behaviour in others, and gives and accepts feedback to improve team performance. Briefly explain a scenario, for example, job, group project, research lab, that required you to work as part of a group, and critically analyse what you took away from it. Reflect on what you yourself brought to the table initially and what you learned from your team members. Highlight your strengths in these situations and how you augment group dynamics.